At this point, I wired in the IF amplifier. Very simple. It's just two NPN transistors that are in series with the signal. The signal is going to come from the IF filter through this coupling capacitor into the base of Q5, be amplified, fed to the base of Q4, be amplified some more, then through the coupling capacitor, through the mixer, mixed with 4 megahertz, and then it comes out audio. So how are we going to test this? Well, let me ask you, this is a quiz. I know you didn't study last night, you partied, but here's the quiz. What parts of the receiver have I constructed, and what do they constitute? What do the sections all wired together, what do they make up? All right, the audience is waiting for your response. Okay, very good. You've got, let me move this. Okay, you've got an audio amplifier being fed by a mute circuit, which is turned off. That is, it's just passing through signals, coupled to the mixer, coupled to an IF amplifier. If you have an RF signal coming into a mixer and then fed to an audio amplifier, you have nothing more than a direct conversion receiver. So, what frequency is this thing listening to? It's listening to 4.032 megahertz. And there's a very good possibility that there's nothing there. There's no broadcast station on the, well, we have to go look, but I'm not going to look. We're just going to try it. Okay, so now listen to this. Now remember, I've got my speaker here. Whoops, it's got something stuck to it. Okay, I got my speaker hooked up. I've got the receiver. Okay, nothing else. Now I'm going to turn the power. I'm going to turn the power on. Well, I don't know if I told you. I switched. I had a 680 ohm resistor in there, and I put a 10K in there to just cut down the current to the blue LED, so it's manageable in my camera. Now, don't know if you remember what you heard earlier, but now there's some hiss. That hiss is generated by this IF amplifier and any minuscule RF that is just in the room, okay? Now I'm going to do the following. I got my roll of solder here, just sitting on the desk. The input to the IF amplifier is through C12, right? Which is one of the leads to crystal X3. Well, here's X3, and here's the lead of C12 that goes to this. So I can just touch this pad, or I can touch the lead with my little antenna. Let's see if I got another antenna here. Yes, I do. Let's not use the solder. Let's use, I've got a test clip here that I lost the end on. So I'll just flop it down on the desk. Let's touch X3. So now I have a direct conversion receiver connected to a small antenna, and I'm getting a pretty loud signal there. So this means that this receiver is going to be pretty sensitive. It's also a double check. Remember, I've told you in one of my videos, I've done so many, I've forgotten, that I thought maybe the signal in the mixer was just a little weak. Well, it doesn't matter. It's loud enough. And there's some AM demodulation there. I hear a station. Now that could be an AM station. Well, it is an AM station, but I don't know if it's a shortwave one or a broadcast locally. You know, local broadcast stations are very loud. Now, I could take a chance here. Now, I set up to that yesterday. I was using it today. Didn't get a chance to use it yesterday. There was a solar storm, so the band was dead, so didn't do much on 17 meters. But I got a vertical connected. This is outside. I've got this wire connected to the shield. Let's see how loud it is. Okay, it's grounded outside, so I get a little bit of signal through there, but the AM station seems a little louder. So that's a much simpler test for my receiver. So what's next? Next is to go and build the IF amplifier. And I want you to, now its input is through C11, and out of this mixer here, this first mixer for the RF receiver, in fact the only one, so this mixer, its output is fed through this LC network. This is 12 microhenries, and this is 47 picofarads. I want you to take your handy-dandy calculator, or write a C program, write a Python program. Do you still have a computer that runs BASIC? Just do it with a calculator, write a computer program and see, and go online and say there's some LC, I'm sure there's some LC calculators out there, feed it this and find out what is the resonant frequency of this LC network. And I bet you can guess what it is. That's it for this video. Didn't take me long to wire this up. Didn't take me very long to get everything ready to test. And I'm less than 8 minutes. I quit. Do a like and come back for more.